You. What's your name, old man?
Boyd.
What did you say, old man? You need to answer nice and clear when a police officer speaks to you.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to This is the Police 2. I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon. You guys might recall This is Police 1. We covered on the channel maybe 2 years ago now, if I'm correct. Man, where does time go? That being said, This is the Police 2 is something I've been looking forward to because it is an actual continuation from the first game over. We are still playing as Jack Boyd, to some degree. You'll soon see what I mean by that. But all that is back along with a bunch of new gameplay mechanics. One of them in particular I absolutely love, and we'll soon see that here in the start of the video what I mean. I don't want to spoil it just yet. Now keep in mind this is a very story-heavy game, so after we get done with that little gameplay mechanic, there is going to be a significant amount of story and exposition going forward to kind of establish what happened between 1 and 2, all the new characters and stuff like that. So just get comfortable, tuck yourself in, or whatever it is you need to do to kind of relax, because there's going to be a lot of, like, you know, just listening to the story after we're done with the initial gameplay over here from the start of the video. If you guys want to see more of this going forward, let me know in the comments. Am I leaving a thumbs up? I'm kind of hesitant about it because it's very story heavy, but if you guys do enjoy it, I got no problem going forward with this series going forward. So this salon right here should be completely different. You saw the background right there? Check this out. You'll soon see what I mean. I love this part of the new mechanics that they've added. Necktie headquarters. At approximately 1 in the morning, the Sharpwood Police Department received an anonymous call. The source said he knew where we could find the headquarters of Neckties, a gang of drug traffickers that recently arrived in the town. Anonymous information is rarely reliable, but for Sheriff Wells, shutting down the Neckties was the department's primary goal. So he immediately went to the address indicated along with 2 other officers for backup. So the Sheriff Wells thing, keep that in mind, it's very important. Turn 1, what is this all about? There is actually now like a tactical deployment to the game. You know, like very XCOM-y, I guess you could probably call it. But you get to move your characters around, you take cover, and you can shoot them down if you want to, but primarily as a cop, you want to, you know, bring them in, arrest them and stuff like that. So this right here, when I first saw this, I was like, whoa, what is this? This is awesome, because before in the original game, it was mainly sending cops out and then they would either solve a case or they wouldn't. Now you basically go into these little small missions. I don't think this happens every single time, but it's going to probably be a big part of the gameplay going forward. Keep in mind, we'll play like an hour of the game, so I still haven't seen everything. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen much, but this right here I totally fell in love with to begin with. Obviously we have 2 turns each, right? And very much like an XCOM, we have our reach over here. We could do 1 more action from here, but we could also use 2 action points to go further ahead. So we'll go run over here and take some cover as well. And then we'll take some cover over here as well. Mind you, nothing right now I could do myself. It's going to all be like automatic. It's like a tutorial, right? So it'll tell me exactly where we need to go to teach us all the new skills and stats and stuff like that. So we have 3 perps right here running around. As you can see, it's a bloody bloodbath. A bloody bloodbath. It's a bloody bloodbath here. We have apparently the neckties. If you are familiar with what that means, you know, you can look it up if you want to. It's not gonna be a nice scene though, to tell you that much. It's a very gruesome act, this necktie business. All right, so over here we have a criminal. We're gonna go click on him and we're gonna stun him with our baton. We have plenty of tools. We have pepper spray. We got the little shock guns as well, which lets you stun from further away, but right now since we're nearby, we can just hit this guy with the baton. And you gotta make sure you do that by the end of the turn, because otherwise it will alert everybody, and then the entire facility, or whatever you're at, will go into full effect, where you won't be able to sneak around anymore. And now, because this guy's stunned, we could go ahead and arrest him.
On the ground!
Okay, so that's the first one right there. No problem about alerting everybody else to our location. So let's move this fella right over through here. And there should be still like 2 more guys roaming around if I'm correct here. There they are. That's a bear over there that they've split open down the middle. And if you think that's gruesome, there's even a more gruesome scene up here right now. So let's get you into position over here for this other fella. Yep. And now we got our taser. So we could stun from afar as well. Now all of these tools do seem to be limited. The baton you could always use, obviously, but certain items that you could take for missions will be like a one-time use, and then I believe you can take like extra ammunition for the taser if you want to. So this guy's already stunned. I'm gonna move her down through here. And hopefully arrest this guy pretty soon. So let's see. We want to intercept that lookout before it becomes an issue. We're over here. So we've done the taser already. We've done the baton. Let's go into the old pepper spray.
Roger.
There it is. So just about everybody out here has been, for the most part, immobilized. And there's going to be like a countdown. After those 3 turns, they'll be able to run around again, so you gotta make sure you arrest them before that happens. Over there, you see all those bodies, and you see that human being burnt. Yeah, these guys are not good whatsoever. This is actually a really dark story from the first hour that I played it. So, more importantly, the first hour just kind of teaches you the entire story, like the connection between 1 and 2 and the characters and stuff like that. So I'm not really too familiar with everything else, but thus far, the first hour I played, pretty gruesome. Especially this entire scene we're doing right now. I love how this plays out by the end of this mission here, I guess we'll call it. So now we're gonna arrest you as well. There it is.
Get on the ground.
Okay, so all the lookouts out here have been neutralized, which is perfect. And I believe the next turn's gonna teach us about skills, right? Yes. So, if you still haven't been, like, spotted,
We have an issue.
you could go to Windows, creep in, take a look in there. But if you're thinking the only thing you can do in this game is just, like, you know, shoot stuff, baton, arrest, there's actual perks and skills based on how you level up your guys through missions too. So for instance, right here, Sheriff Wells has a skill where he could ram, which means that door going down. And before this guy runs off, we'll go ahead and shoot him because we have to. Technically speaking, we should have just tasered him, but I guess that's not the case. We'll shoot, and this is another cool little mechanic. You get to choose where you want to shoot the people from. If you shoot their leg or their foot, they probably won't be able to run away. If you shoot the hand, they'll probably drop the weapon. Shoot them in the head, they might die, which is probably the last resort you should be doing as a cop, I imagine, right? Unless your life's thoroughly in danger. So we shot this guy, he dropped his gun, but he's now alerted to our location, so he is going to be able to book. And you see that? He's doing the alarm thing right now.
590.
And he's going to hide.
Roger.
And this is the last bit of gameplay we'll be doing for probably the rest of the video, so keep that in mind. A lot of gunfire. Normally not a good sign.
But today, I wasn't so lucky. I mean, it wasn't just a regular funeral, was it? All Sharpwood showed up. Can you imagine? I had a teacher, Mrs. Dawson. I haven't seen her since the 3rd grade. Figured she'd moved or died. I mean, it's not easy to lose track of someone in this town, right? And today, I'm looking at her in the crowd, all alive and healthy. Imagine, right? And the crowd was huge. It wasn't even a crowd, more like a whole river of people. I mean, you look at all of them and you can't even see the end. All the roads were blocked. Just thinking. It's weird. There's this dead guy who's making it so an alive guy can't get his groceries on time, right? I mean, I just wanted to say, I really respect Sheriff Wells. He died a hero, right? Ask anyone. Everybody says he's a hero. But I'm just saying, I got a job to do. I don't want to lose it. Nobody wants to lose a job because it's not easy to find a new job in Sharpwood, right? So,
The money's right there in front of your nose. Don't bother with the change.
Mr. Nash, thank you. I just wanted to say that you don't need to call Mr. Summers. I mean, he'll be yelling at me either way. I deserve it, right? I'm just... Oh, by the way, those cigars you asked about? Caesars, right? Mr. Summers said we normally don't have them in stock, but we can order them. Maybe it'll take a couple of weeks or so, but what's a couple of weeks when it's a quality product, right? I remember one day I was looking...
Forget it. I don't know how long I'll be staying.
Oh, I hope. I mean, I hope that you won't be leaving too soon. You're like our best customer. Or at least one of our best customers, am I right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of folks are leaving. Even Pale Charlie left, and he's even older than you. He's 90 or something. Maybe even 100. I'm sure you'll find yourself a decent job, right? I mean, have a good day, Mr. Nash.
Yeah, that's not Mr. Nash. If you play the first one, that voice should be really recognizable to you.
Hey, Lily. So we're getting rid of this thing tomorrow?
What? We do what?
That drawing thing in the hall. We're taking it down tomorrow? I already called Uncle Dimitri. He'll cart it off for us. Might even get a couple of bucks for it.
Whoa. First, it's not a drawing. It's a tapestry, okay? A beautiful work of art. You didn't notice, did you? Second, it's hanging there for a reason. And third, and most important,
Oh, you mean that drawing in the hall? Great. I'll get a hanger tomorrow so we can put the TV up there. And maybe a VCR, too. What do you think?
Jesse, we are not taking down the tapestry.
TV? That's not a bad idea. Sure, but I was thinking, I thought we could put a snack machine here. I'm tired of having to drive 20 minutes over to Bad Ears gas station for smoked cheese in the middle of work. Like I've got nothing better to do, right? As if
You see how much space that giant thing takes up? We can put a TV up, an arcade game, probably even a pinball machine. Speaking of which, my son moved in with his wife and dairy, so we've got an extra VCR. Only thing is, he took all his videotapes with him, so we can't...
Oh, no, tapes are no problem. I've got lots of tapes. Plus, if we tell the guys that everyone's bringing in a couple of movies, then we...
Look, I just need you to...
Hey, what kind of movies you got? Over to her.
Tomorrow. We'll just discuss it tomorrow.
And she says there's some problem with this quarterly report. Some kind of paper got filed in wrong, and he asked, like you sure...
What the hell, Gail? Sit down and get ready to type. We agreed.
Lily, we'll finish that damn letter of yours tomorrow. And if we're lucky, we'll even...
Gail, take off your stupid hat and get back to your desk. I'm the sheriff and you'll do what I say. I'm the sheriff.
Lily, you do know you don't have to be such a bitch, right? Bad Ears gas station closes in half an hour, so if we don't finish this stupid letter in the next 10 minutes, I'll be out of smokes until the morning. And if that happens, I'll be coming into work in a bad mood tomorrow. And if I come into work in a bad mood,
Just shut up and type.
Okay. I'm ready. And for God's sake, let's stop taking half an hour on every sentence, okay?
First, read what you've got so far.
Of course, we won't be able to pay you serious money. It's like we won't be able to pay you anything at all. But I hope that you feel the same as me, that the safety of our native town of Sharpwood is a question of duty and honor, and not of material gain.
No, not just the last sentence. Read everything from the beginning.
Lily, come on.
Read it from the top.
Dear Captain Carter, I imagine you've already heard the sad news that has prompted me to write you. I'll be frank. This letter you're holding is a plea for help. The police department of Sharpwood
All right,
was deprived.
That's enough. I can't take it anymore. We'll just pick up where we left off. Do you think Captain Carter will even read this?
Lily, let's just finish it. And then...
They got him. The guy from the flower shop, remember? He's one of the neckties. We're sure this time.
Where are they taking him? Are they bringing him here?
They already did. He's here.
Did he have the goods on him? Has he said anything? What does he know?
Well, you want to find out, or you're just going to sit there?
What happened to him?
Well, as far as I understand, he had a hard time getting into the car.
Right. Didn't like getting out of the car either. And he really didn't like the stairs. And when we handcuffed him, wow, that was no fun at all. And then when he sat down on a chair, he accidentally...
Cut the shit, Charlie.
What? The sheriff asked a direct question, and I'm trying...
Get out! All of you!
Lily, I think it'd be best if you just...
What's the problem, Gail? Isn't it best if the sheriff interrogates important suspects? Isn't it great when the commander takes a personal interest in the work? Don't you think?
Okay, guys, you hear that? Let's get out of here.
Alright, so when I first saw that scene, I felt like it was a bit drawn out, but then I understood as we progressed through the game what exactly it's trying to convey. Essentially, Lily is not set to be a sheriff. You know, it's a small little town. Sheriff Wells got killed in that mission that we did at the start. So she's not leadership material. That's why she's basically being talked over. Nobody really pays attention to what she's saying. She's just not meant to be a sheriff. So at first, when I first saw that scene, I was kind of like, man, this feels really drawn out. But then you start putting it together where it's kind of like, oh, okay, it just basically works to her personality where she's just not a leader. It's a small little town. Nobody ever thought the sheriff was going to die, and then because he did die, she had to be promoted, and the letter is to essentially try to get another sheriff there to their town, but it's so small, probably won't be able to pay the guy. So, you know, good job getting him over here. You and your friends lured Sherpwood Sheriff into an ambush and killed him like a bunch of cowards. Yeah, that's right. You and your necktie gang. Can you even imagine how hard we're coming down on you? Let's go with that one. What are you talking about? You gonna bring down the full force of the village police? Oh no, please, anything but that. Get your facts straight. Alright. Here, where's your hideout? Oh, sure fun, you win. It's that 69 dick. Go check it out. You'll love it. Oh, that's rude. It's fine to make the 69 jokes. I do them all the time, but not now, will you scumbag? So, didn't go too well.
You could at least hide the suitcase.
What? Oh, this? It's just...
Charlie, shut your trap and get ready to question the suspect.
And they all kind of expected it not to work.
Lily, I just want
You
to...
do understand, Gail, that this will soon be over. All of this. You understand that, right?
I know, Lily. I know.
I need to finish writing that letter to Captain Carter.
Hello, my name is Bogdan. Are you satisfied with your water supply system? I bet you're not. I am here to solve your problem.
Excuse me, what?
It's not so nice to run to the toilet outside in the cold, is it? Especially at our age. You go once, you go twice, and by then you've already frozen your butt off. And it's lucky it's the only thing you've frozen off. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
Look, listen, this isn't my house. I'm just renting it.
All the better. So the homeowner will pay for everything, while you will enjoy the new toilet in warmth and comfort.
Are you selling toilets? You sell toilets at night?
Don't be silly. We'll replace your whole water system. A new toilet in the house is, well, it's the cherry on the cake. You're right. I'm here a little after hours. Well, you see, our farm is just taking its first steps in this business, so I can only visit my customers after I'm done with my day job. But a toilet inside your house is doubly good at night, right? Do understand your needs, sir. I myself had to run to the toilet outside for 20 years every night. But when I finally got a toilet inside my house,
Please, go. Just go. I want you to leave.
I know what you're thinking. You think that in such a small house there's simply no room for a toilet. But I assure you, if you just allow me to come in for a moment...
Leave right now. I'm asking you to leave.
I just want to save both of us some time, that's all. I know that you'll change your mind. The next time you need to go in the middle of the night, you'll remember me and think, damn, that guy was right. A toilet in the house is what every adult man needs. So, why don't
I've asked you to leave. You need to leave. Now. Leave.
All right. But I bet you won't last a week before you change your mind. I'm telling you right now, you won't last a week.
Foreshadowing. Heavy foreshadowing. Yeah, so Jack, he just stayed right since the first game. For the most part, this what we're gonna do right now is gonna kind of like give you like all the details of the first game, like how you wound up in this situation here, and it basically makes you choose between things that you had the choice to do in the first game. Dear Dylan, Oliver, and Edgar, I'd give anything to be sitting with you on the porch of our old house, smoking a cigar, talking and passing the day. I know you have a lot of questions for me, a lot of unpleasant questions. It's not hard to hear them in my head, but it won't be easy to find the right answers. This is a letter to his kids. Is it true what they're saying about you? My only crime was wanting to take care of myself and my family. I'm just sorry it took me that long. My crime was that I trusted the wrong people. I was used and then thrown in the trash. So we'll get the first one here. Why did you flee from Freiburg? So I like the first one here. It's not that I ran away, I just needed time to regroup, so I could go back and clear my name. Sometimes retreat is the only way to victory. This one's like, about getting sent to prison, and obviously if he wound up in prison, knowing all the dirt they knew about the people in the first game, probably would not have survived prison much longer. Why did Mom really leave? Sally, your grandmother, once told me that I'm too old, and that I don't have enough energy, and that's why Laura left. I didn't really understand what she meant at the time, but now it seems to me she hit the nail on the head. Or the other one is she just wanted a younger dude. Did you have an affair on the side too? So I wouldn't say that. For one thing, your mother had already left, and it's strange to call the relation between two people an affair if they only talked on the phone and never met. Why did you get in bed with the Mafia? I didn't go to them. That left me no choice. Essentially, they either threatened your family. I like the second one. I got in with them because the Mafia can't be defeated, only controlled. And looking at how well I controlled crime in Freiburg, I'd say I managed things pretty well. Which is really a realistic outcome. I mean, can you really stop the mob? Control, sure. Stop them? I don't know about that. Did you kill people? Never killed anyone? I have many vices, but I'm no killer. The other option is basically some of the choices you made did lead to the death of criminals and maybe some people caught in the crossfire. How is your health? I'm not complaining, but I'm lonely. I'm afraid I'm not going to make any new friends here. Either way, new friends at my age don't lead anywhere, except another funeral. Yep. Jack's an old dog, man. Why didn't you just retire? He's a cop. That's all he could do. I catch criminals, that's all I know. It's all I'm good at. I didn't retire because I love my job, and I wasn't too old to keep doing it. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid that I won't have a chance to clear my name, or even explain myself before the law, before Freiburg, and most importantly, before you. You deserve an explanation the most. That's why I'm writing this letter. What are you planning to do next? I change a lot, though predictability is still not among my vices. I know I have to do something. The only question is how far I'll have to go.
We could hardly shut the guy up. He wasn't so tough. I didn't even get to the Phase 3. Phase 3 is where
We don't have a lot of time. They're moving their headquarters, but we should be able to nab most of them if we hurry. It's north of here, the old summer camp. But they never keep the goods at their headquarters. They always use a different place, usually an isolated house on the outskirts. Most of the time, these places have random tenants who don't even suspect that there's anything hidden under their floorboards. That way, the drugs can never be linked back to the neckties or the neckties to the drugs. You remember that little tavern called Forsetti? We went drinking there after graduation and broke that big mirror. Mr. Blaine's converted it into a house, and now he rents it out for almost nothing. 2 weeks ago, an old man moved in, and under his floorboards, there's 27 kilograms of heroin.
I'm starting to think that guy is leading us around by the nose. I bet there's 4 or 5 armed guards at the house. But you said it's a small place, right? Well, I bet there's 2 at least. I don't believe they just left the stuff under some old man's floorboards. Even if there is an old man living there, I bet he's in on it. Hey, maybe old man is just a nickname. What do you think? I bet he's a right cutthroat, hunkered down there, ready to ambush us. Maybe he already...
Well, you and Corey, go check it out. Take 2 cars in case it's not just an old man living in the house. Whoever you find there, bring them in. And don't forget about the heroin. Rest of you will come with me to storm their headquarters. Sound good to you, Lily?
Alright, so this will be kind of familiar if you played the first one. We get our calls over here and we answer them over on this side. So right now we have to do the story one, which is going to be the Forsetti Tavern. The neckties are hiding a large batch of heroin in a house on the outskirts. Currently, that house is being rented by some old man. Gee, I wonder where that could be. He's probably working with the ties and watching the goods. So I'm not sure if he is. So we're sending Fletcher and Bella over here. So this right here should be really familiar from the first game back. Send them out. And this is really cool. I love the whole low poly 3D feel to the world. Like in the first game, it was just basically like a page, and you would just see them kind of like the little icon move from the police station over to where they were going. Here they have like this entire thing 3D modeled out, which is very, very cool.
For the Sheriff's Department. No. Look at this. No, well, just look, Corey. They couldn't find anyone better to watch the goods? Or they just didn't bother? Or are we missing something? What do you think, Corey? Think we're missing something? Huh? Is there some kind of special meaning to the fact that we've got drunk, dirty grandpa here, sitting in the shack watching the goods? Maybe we need to crack the code here, huh?
Well, any ideas where they hid the powder?
How about you look around while I... while I interrogate the suspect, huh? You. What's your name, old man? What did you say, old man? You need to answer nice and clear when a police officer speaks to you.
My name is Nash. Warren Nash.
I'll tell you something, Warren Nash. 15 years on the force. I've seen all sorts of dirty shits. This town isn't exactly upscale, in case you haven't noticed. I've caught thieves, caught rapists, murderers, and drug traffickers. All part of the job, you know? I'm doing my job. Nice and easy, like a professional. But here you are. This filth. You don't make it easy to be easy. Filth like you drives me up the wall. With scum like you, I just can't keep up the cold-blooded professional attitude. I just can't. You know why, Warren? Because... Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. I'll be just a second, all right?
Shit, Charlie, what the hell?
No, Warren. Filthy things like you drive me nuts. 'Cause you think that we'll never catch up with you. You think the police can't do anything. You think we just rescue cats from trees and help old ladies carry their bags up to the porch. You think, you believe, you really believe that we'll never get to you. So you don't even have to try. You taking good care of the goods here, Warren? You ready for us here, Warren? Just waiting in ambush, Warren? Because you thought we'd never come. But here I am, Warren. Here I am. What are you gonna do now, Warren? What's the big plan, Warren?
Hey, I think I found something.
You hear that, Warren? He found something. Next time, hide it better.
Alrighty guys, so we're gonna wrap it up here. There's still like maybe around like 5 to 8 more minutes of story before we get into some actual gameplay, but I will cover that next video if you guys want to see some more. So if you do enjoy this, want me to continue, do let me know in the comments by leaving a thumbs up. Otherwise, all the information for This Is the Police 2 will be down below. I'll catch you guys next time.